lounging, son.
Welcome to another episode of Off the Shelf. My name's Ryan, and this is kind of a unique thing. I mean, I'm calling it Off the Shelf, but really, this is not a book. This is newsprint, and it is a very unique project from one of my favorite artists, Jim Mahfood. He released it through his site. It's not a comic. It's not an art book. It's something completely new, never been done, never seen anything like this before, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's fucking badass. First of all, Mahfood's art is unlike many of the mainstream artists that are out there. You know what I mean? Like he has a style all his own. Obviously, you can see some influences, graffiti. I think Sienkiewicz is definitely one because Mahfood is someone that does mixed media. Any of you that watch my channel, also, if you notice the lounging episodes, he's the one that did the artwork. He did a mural at the shop that I record at, where I also work. I've been a fan of his since his Clerks comics that he did back in the day for Oni. I love that he's always experimental. He's always trying new things, and this is the perfect example. Let's fucking get into this shit. So, as you can see, it's kind of like a giant oversized newspaper, right? It's not attached, but each one is like a frame worthy fucking page, dude. I mean, it's fucking insane. I did chat with Jim, not that, a few days ago, as of the day I'm recording this, and he kind of told me how this project came about. I won't get too into it, but it started from a trip that he took to Japan, I believe late last year, and he worked with some artists out there, and he loved the product, so he wanted to do it himself with just his stuff. And the best part about this is we get to see his art at 11 by 17. That's the size of this thing, dude. It's insane. You get to see his art up close. You get to see the mixed media. You see the splatter of the ink. You can see the kind of like the white out and shit. It's just the perfect way to see his art. I think is in a large size. You don't get the same feeling when it's in a comic book. And while I don't want to cut this up and frame it, I can definitely see why some people might. I personally I have a commission from him. He's the only artist I've ever got a commission from, and it's because it's unique. You know what I mean? Like you can get anybody to do a sketch, and not to take anything away from it, but like there's just something to be said about his art. It really is a work of art, man, and I love that we get to see this shit. I mean, look at this, dude. And some of this is, like, I believe, old pieces. Like you'll see I don't think you can see it on the camera, but this was done in 2018. I mean, it's just wild, dude. This one I really like. Pillow Fight is what it says up top. His imagination, dude. It's like sometimes when I look at his art, it's like being on acid, dude. Just so much shit going on. It's just so fucking wild. And this isn't just full page pieces of art. This one's really fucking dope too. He's got comics in it. His comics are also so different from what you'll see on the stands. I mean, like if any of you have read his Stupid comics, this is in line with that. He's also done the Girl Scout stuff, obviously. So the stuff that he writes and illustrates are my favorite of his work. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like obviously, like I said, I love his Clerk stuff. I like the Miami Vice book he did with Joe Casey because I'll get his art wherever I can. But it's his stuff where he writes. He's got such a unique sense of humor too, and his influences run deep from not just artists but like music as well. I mean, you can see that in this. Oh, dude, so sick. Boy, dude, fucking so sick, dude. Now this was done in 2020, so maybe this one was done for this project. but I love it. And you see, like, that's another thing with his art is the graph influences. It's evident in his, like, in his movement, right? Like, it's one continuous movement, and you can see that in his name, because that's what graffiti is it's mostly, it's one continuous thing. It's like one continuous stroke, right? and and like, you really get that in his, like, I've watched him, like, sign, even when he's signing his name, when he's sketching, he's on YouTube and stuff like that. But I love the chaotic, like, the scratchiness that comes across in all of his art. And this dude can draw some fucking women. You know what I mean? Like, I love the way he illustrates women. Operation Ivy. And this just goes back to, like I said, his musical influences. Operation Ivy is a punk band, and he does a lot of this in his work where it's connected to music. He also did a felt book for all you hip hop heads, which was with Murs and Slug from Atmosphere. He illustrated an entire comic book that was basically a companion piece to their second album. He also did the Beastie Boys comic that you can also get on his site. So the music runs deep in his influences, and he gets, I mean, just the fucking, you get that, dude, like, almost like in a mosh pit, dude, right here. Straight out of a notebook page, and like I said, he's mixed media. This is just an ink pen. There's no touch ups on here. This is just straight. This is his art presented to you, like, unedited, man. So it's almost like you're getting a peek into his sketchbook in here too. So you got the finished pieces, you got the sketchbook stuff. Oh, this one's fucking sick too. There's the mixed media again. You got, like, watercolor on here. This I don't know if this is coming across on the screen, but I mean, you see the splatter. I believe this was a variant cover to a book. I could be wrong. I can't remember. Another sick on it. I love this piece. Now, if I were to if I were to cut out a page, this would probably be the one that I would fucking throw up on my wall. Because, as you, and any of you guys as fans too, you guys know, like, we're pretty huge hip hop heads here too, and he just, the culture of hip hop and the influence in his art is, like, evident in, like, a piece like this. You know what I mean? Like, I could picture this, like, hit up on a wall, like, tagged on a wall for sure. And then you got more comics, dude. I love it. I love this one, dude. This fucking character. Like, funny shit, you know what I mean? Like, they're in a comic shop, and he's like, "Do you ever worry at night that maybe your comic collection will come to life and murder you?" And then look at that. Hilarious, dude. I'm telling you, man. You guys are missing out if you don't fucking pick this up. Another beautiful woman illustrated by Mahfood. Oh, I love this one too. Yeah. Like I said, his music, right? He's got his own podcast, Skull Funk Radio. Dope playlist, especially for all you artists out there. Throw this on while you're in your studio, and you're painting, drawing, whatever, man. You're fucking chilling in the house, cleaning the house, dude. This is the perfect soundtrack, for any occasion, man. I mean, I've listened to quite a few episodes. While I haven't listened to everything, everything I've listened to is spot on. He's recommended me personally some music which I just checked out. He just recommended me Guilty Simpson, his LSD album, fucking dope as shit. And I mean, it's, he's just like, not only is he have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to art and comics, but same for music. So if you guys are fucking also really into music, and it's varying, it's not just one genre, it's everything on here. You have to listen to Skull Funk Radio. You have to. It's necessary, man. But yeah, that's it. I know it's a pretty short thing. Like I said, I mean, this could have gone one of two ways. It could have been an off the shelf episode, could have been a short box episode, but I decided to call it off the shelf. This is available on his site. It's a limited run, but he still has plenty left. So I'll throw the link down below for you guys so you can purchase this from his site, jimmahfood.com. If you haven't already, check out the interview I did with him. We dive deep into comics, we talk Kirby, talk music. Yeah, it was a fun chat. I hope you guys check that out. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Comic Lounge. Email us, thecomicloungepod at gmail.com. Also, find us at www.thecomiclounge.com. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Putting up videos pretty much almost every single day. But yeah, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we put a new one of these up. On that note, I'm out.